Hey, good Tuesday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majeski back with you here in the North Georgia First Alert Weather Center with your weather update here on your April the 15th, 2025. Now, if you're new here to the channel, first I want to say thank you for being a follower. But if you're not yet officially a follower, what I need you to please do is go to the link down in the comments section to take you right here to the main page. Make sure you hit that like button in the upper right hand corner. That way you officially become a follower here on the North Georgia First Alert Weather Center Facebook page. Now, if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you're alerted on future content. Well, things not looking bad this afternoon. We have some morning clouds as expected. We got the sunshine back in here, and it's definitely a bit windy outside, that's for sure. We're in store for a fairly cool night ahead, so let's go ahead and dive into your latest forecast update here as we're looking at some very nice weather. Look at Sky Valley up there across extreme northeast Georgia. Bit of a breeze. What a beautiful sight here. Beautiful spring day here and across northeast Georgia. Looking over toward Dahlonega. I'm also looking at abundant clear skies here as well. And I think we'll see a lot of sunshine for tomorrow with fairly seasonable temperatures, a little bit below average, before we see a nice warm-up going into this upcoming weekend. All right, let's look at our radar. We're all clear across North Georgia, expecting that to remain that way for the rest of the week. We are going to get some more rain going to next week, a little bit of a pattern change taking place, and we'll show you some potential rainfall amounts here in just a second as we're expecting a little more rain in here as we go into early next week. Now, looking at our regional radar, again, cold front sweeping to the south, definitely very blustery, windy conditions here across northern Alabama and North Georgia. Temperatures really not too far off where they were this morning in the mid-60s there in Canton. I think it was like 61 when I reported this morning. But generally going to see the cooler weather moving in a lot of areas will be down here. We're probably going to need a light jacket as you go in toward tomorrow. Now, looking at our regional satellite imagery, we're seeing, again, some high and mid-level clouds here moving off toward the south. Really didn't have any real rain with this, so just a sprinkle or two I think we had up across some of the northern mountains. But otherwise, pretty quiet here across our region as we say goodbye to that frontal system and say hello to high pressure moving on in across our region. Now, we're going to look at our latest European model here. I want you to keep a watchful eye on that timestamp there in the upper right-hand corner as we kind of track what's going to be going on, as it's going to stay high and dry here for the next several days, but then we're going to see that rain threat return as we go into early next week. So let's go ahead and take you through this right now, as the big story is going to be the fact is we go into Thursday and Friday, they're going to see things begin to warm up as we're going to see the wind once again shift in around out of the south and west. Now, one thing we're going to also see is a little bit of high pressure ridging, which is going to protect us going into this weekend. Okay, so with this little bit of ridging taking place, and you look at these isobar pressure readings in here, it kind of giving us an indication that high pressure is trying to build back in here, and that's going to act as a bit of a protector here to keep the rain out going into the weekend. But that'll eventually will break down as we go into next week. So again, staying high and dry into Saturday and into Sunday, so you need that high pressure stays in play. But then as we go out on Sunday and Monday, we're going to start breaking that thing down, and the front starts to move on in. So you see that front here as we go into Monday morning. We're seeing a frontal system come on in here, going to bring in a chance of rain in. Now, I'm not going overly crazy with the rainfall chances for Monday and Tuesday for right now, just until we get a little bit closer with this. Looks like this front comes on in, it kind of stalls out, and then we bring some more rain in here later in the day on Tuesday. So it looks like the best chances of rain coming in on Monday and Tuesday, and then it looks even wetter going in toward the middle and end of next week. At least that's the way the current long-range projections are looking here for the moment. So let's go ahead and talk about rainfall total amounts here. Let's look at that right now. This is going out for Monday and Tuesday. Looks like generally speaking, most areas, I don't know, maybe a quarter to a half inch. There is a little splurge up to near an inch there across North Georgia, but I think generally around a half inch looks pretty reasonable here as we go into next week. But the long-range projection for the entirety of next week looks like it could be substantially higher. So stay tuned as we get gets closer to next week. All right, so let's go ahead and let's talk about our forecast maps as we go through this. Again, kind of watch this as I kind of go through this right now. As I go ahead and put this in an interactive mode here. And again, watch that timestamp there as you go up to these days here. So we're going into Wednesday morning. We're pretty quiet. You got high pressure here across the southeast, looking pretty good. Can't complain, and looking very nice for your Wednesday. But as we go into your Thursday and Friday, that's when things will begin to warm back up. In fact, temperatures here will be kind of flirting with summer-like weather here for some degree. Looking at again the southerly wind there. Again, got to point out the fact that we've got that high pressure ridging back in here. That's going to keep that precipitation off toward the north at least through Saturday and Sunday before we see that thing begin to break down and we see the rain chances coming back in. As you see the Monday rain chances coming in on Monday, and that'll also linger into Tuesday as well. So it looks like rain chances Monday and Tuesday, although again 30-40% looks like that's pretty reasonable for right now. All right, let's look at your forecast here for tomorrow. Looking pretty good. Very similar to today as far as the high temperatures are concerned. Sunshine, 69, morning low around 45. So again, you might need a light jacket to begin your morning. Afternoon not looking too bad, and it also will not be quite as breezy for tomorrow as well. Regionally like this, still a couple of 30s in here, 39 Blue Ridge, 39 up in Hiwassee, but 43 in Cumming, 41 in Calhoun. Again, generally clear skies, winds about 5 to 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow, again, we'll hold on to the middle 60s up across the Georgia mountains, in around 70 degrees around the periphery there, 69 in Gainesville, 70 down in Atlanta, 71 in Rome, and 64 up in Blue Ridge. Again, northwest wind at 5 to 15 with an occasional higher gust. All right, how about the regional forecast? 69 in Nashville, 73 in Memphis, 77 in Jackson, 75 over into Savannah, and 69 up into Charlotte. Looking pretty good all across the southeast. Pretty good, great middle of your week forecast. How about the next 7 days? Here we go. We're going to warm things back up. We're back in the low 80s here on Friday. Notice that we're up to 83, 58, getting kind of humid here as temperatures will be coming into the low to mid 80s here for the weekend. There's our rain chances for Monday and Tuesday, and I suspect that's going to change a little bit, probably fluctuate until we get a little bit closer to it, but looks like things begin to warm up as we're getting deeper and deeper into the spring, and of course we'll watch closely to see if we have any severe weather going into next week. Not right now, not seeing anything to be too concerned about right now, but we will see increased opportunities for severe weather across, especially the middle part of the country as we go in toward next week. The pattern gets a little more active there. All right, we continue to grow our presence here on Facebook. We're getting ready to knock on the door at 1,800. Again, we're doing a complete reset because of the hack job we got from the Facebooker that got in there and did some damage. So we're redoing everything. Right now, we're trying to get our goal back to 10,000 followers. That gets us back to Facebook professional status. Eventually, we might be able to merge the two pages in the future, but for right now, we're just kind of starting over. So if you haven't yet, give us that follow. Again, go to that comment section down below, hit that like on that main Facebook page. And again, we're kind of still just kind of getting going there on the YouTube channel. If you prefer to get it there, just make sure you hit that subscribe button over there. All right, that's y'all's update for now. You guys take it easy, be good, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow on the next update. Till then, y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.